Welcome to the Civic Hub. The Civic Hub is a shared community space for grassroots and small nonprofit organizations working to make lives better for everyone in Waterloo Region. Partner organizations come from a range of fields: environmental justice, democratic reform, arts and culture, anti-poverty, anti-racism, human rights, ethno-cultural and newcomer support, technology, peace and nonviolence, spirituality, and well-being. On the show, we welcome one of our partners to the Civic Hub. Today on Welcome to the Civic Hub, we have Meals by Oma.
Yeah.
Oma, welcome to the Civic Hub.
Thank you very much for having me. How are you today?
Good, thanks.
All right then.
Meals sounds good. It's lunchtime.
You can say that again.
What do you do with Meals by Oma?
Okay, I'll say thank you once again for having me here. So, Meals by Oma Community Initiative is a grassroots not-for-profit dedicated to equipping children and women in our community, teaching them how to cook, and also creating nutritional awareness and creating different programs for our children and women to ease off stress. So at Meals by Oma, we have several programs, like we have training programs for the children. We have programs where we teach women how to cook, and then we're trying to bring in the men as well. So it's not just all about the women and the children alone. You know, we want to bring in the men very soon. So for our organization, we make sure that we create nutritional awareness, basically.
Okay. It's. I imagine that it was a meal handout, so similar to a community kitchen, where you're actually preparing meals and distributing it to the community.
Not exactly. It's more like hands-on training where we teach how to cook, and then they get to enjoy whatever they've made in class for that day. But then we have another branch of organization where we go to the community. We participate in different programs. Like last week, Saturday, we partnered with the Igbo community where they had their sports festival. So we gave them some fruits, we gave them some food, but all of it, we make sure that we stay within the nutritional food. That's what we do.
Okay. So the learning about nutrition is a major part of what you're teaching.
Yes, actually, yes.
Yeah. What is it about nutrition that people don't know?
Okay, so for my own community, I'm actually Nigerian, and from back home, we have a lot of different meals that we actually enjoy from back home. But coming here to Canada, it's almost looking like, since we cannot get those kind of food we used to eat back home, then we are forced or we are faced to eat whatever we like. So living here in Canada, we're trying to make them understand that even with the food you have in Canada, well prepared, you still get value, you still get nutrition from them. You don't have to always stick to what you used to know. Right. Hey, you're in the new environment. Look inwards and then enjoy what you have within your environment. That's what we're trying to create here. Yeah.
So some of the things that you have in Nigeria are not available here in Canada.
Yeah, some of them are really not available, honestly, yes. Back home in Nigeria, we're used to eating fresh food, yeah?
Yeah.
But here, we have to eat frozen food. I, for one, I cook almost every day because I like fresh food every day. So the first few classes we started with the kids, we tried to teach them something. We had something we call toast bread. In Nigeria, we put a lot of veggies into our own toast bread when we make them. But here, they just take the bread, just the bread alone. Yeah. But here we have veggies in our toast bread. So we had to bring that back to the children. And the good part of it is that once the children go back home, they get to replicate what they've been taught in class. And then they send us videos to show us that they are really learning and they're actually enjoying their classes.
Okay. And enjoying the food.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what they look forward to, And then we have this part where every class we get to vote. So once I give them 3 options. Hey, these are the things we're looking at. What do you guys want? We'll start voting for what they want. And I mean, that's the fun part. They look forward to that. Yeah.
Are your students, are they largely Nigerian, or do you get people from all over the community?
Honestly speaking, right about now, we have Nigerians for now.
Okay.
We're looking to expand, yes.
So my next question is, do you do this in reverse as well? Do you teach your Nigerian students how to cook with Canadian food?
Oh, yes, definitely we do. And that's actually the aspect we're really going deeply into. so that we can make them understand that even the food in Canada can also be nutritious. Depends on how you prepare them. That's why I said when we made the toast bread, we actually had them put in the peppers, the red pepper, green peppers. We actually want to work with different colors. We want to make it very interesting for them. So the basic thing here is that, with kids, they don't really like staying in the kitchen with mommy, daddy. So we want to build their interest. And then to do all of those things, we had to bring up different ideas. I actually make them prepare those meals themselves. We bring smaller knives, we bring beautiful aprons for them, we bring music, so we're dancing, we are cooking, and then our next class will be painting. So we bring a lot of activities to make it very interesting for the kids.
Okay. How long did your courses last?
2 hours actually.
2 hours at a time?
Yes, bi-weekly.
And how often do people come? Do they just keep on going forever, or do they graduate at some point?
Okay, the idea behind it is we're going to have a set of students for like 3 months consistently, and then we'll have how do I say this? We'll have end of term party and a competition, so that they can recreate those things that we've taught them in class. We'll have their parents to judge them. So they get to cook their own food, and then their parents will eat and say, oh, they did well, they've actually learned something. So once we are done with that first batch of students, we bring in the next batch. We don't just want to rush it. We want to make sure that they are well taught, they understand what they are taught, and then take them all out.
Are you the only instructor?
Oh, no, I am one of them. I have other friends that are working with me. I have a baker. I have myself, I cook, because I actually have a registered catering company.
Oh.
Yes, I actually cook for people in my community aside what I teach now. Yes, so I have a couple of friends working with me.
Right. How did you get into cooking? What made you want to be a chef?
I would say that I actually started cooking back home from Nigeria. I had a registered catering outfit also in Nigeria.
Okay.
Back home, I used to be a banker for like 11 years, but
that's very different.
Oh, yes. I worked as a banker for like 11 years. And then it was during the COVID period that I realized, there's much more I could do for myself. And then I realized that if I actually love doing, why don't you do it all the way? Staying at home, not doing much, and then the pressure from work. Oh, don't go out to see customers because of safety, but we want you to bring in money. I'm like, how do you do all of that? And I realized that staying at home, cooking for people makes me actually happy. I do what I love to do. I get to have food in my house. I get to have money. I mean, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
And that was where the interest started. And my mom used to cook a whole lot, So coming to Canada, some of my clients knew me back home. They were like, Oma, why don't you continue cooking here, And I like to say that I make premium meals. I mean, if you like good food, come to me. That's why I tell people.
So that was the start of your catering business here in Canada?
Yes. So my customers from back home reached out to me. I'm like, hey, since you're here, can you continue cooking? And you know how it is. If you make good food, referrals works a lot for you. People keep referring me. In fact, as I'm talking to you right now, I'm so busy with my class that I don't even have time to cook anymore. I don't have time to do the private cooking, like my own business anymore, because I'm actually a project manager right now. So it's like a whole lot going on with me right now. But the fact that I have this passion to teach, I just have to keep going.
Okay. So how did your catering business turn into a cooking school?
Okay, I'd say that aside the catering business, I started with women actually. I usually invite women to my house. I noticed that in this Canada, women are tired. Let's be realistic here. Women are tired. I am tired.
Some of the men are too.
I am tired. I won't lie to you. I've not been with my kids for like 4 years, and they just came like 2 months ago. I tell you that I was already telling my friend I need a weekend getaway. I mean, then imagine women that have been here with their kids for like many years. I mean, women are tired. So I started this program where I invite women to my house. I'm like, hey guys, come on, let me cook for you. Just come eat. Don't do anything. Just watch me cook and then you eat. Other times I'll be like, you know what? Let's all cook together. I want to teach you something different from what you're used to. There's a style I want to teach you. I want you to learn. So that's how I started. And before you knew it, I sat down one day. I was like, hey, these women, okay, but why don't I catch them young? I mean, we have our children learning how to swim. We have them learning how to do karate, taekwondo, and what have you. Why are they not learning how to cook? That is a skill that every child should learn. Because at this stage and time, you say you want to learn how to swim because it's very important. Why are they not going to learn how to cook? Because it's very important as well.
Yeah.
So that's where the whole concept came from. Like, I want my children to know how to cook. I want to rest. I want my son to say, mommy, stay in bed today. Let me go make you breakfast. I mean, I want it.
Yeah.
And we try to teach them basic, simple things they can start with. We're talking about spaghetti. We're talking about the toast bread I mentioned earlier to you. We're talking about making simple, even if it's as little as hot chocolates. I mean, something basic. And then the last class we had steak. Simple as little as something as simple as that would relieve me of a lot of stress, as a mom. Yeah. That's where the concept all came from.
Yeah. And of course, you want to teach kids how to be good cooks and have the proper nutrition when they go off on their own.
Definitely. And then who knows, tomorrow a child or two might want to be, take it on professionally. Who knows, we just want them to know that cooking is as important as swimming. That's where we're coming from.
Yeah. Do you have any graduates of your program that have gone on to be professional chefs?
Oh, we haven't graduated anyone yet because we just started, I have a very brilliant student in class. I mean, the guy wows me in class. He's sent in several videos of replicating the things he's been taught in class. And the mother is actually very excited. I mean, to think that a mother reached out to me the other day and said, Oma, my son, he made toast the other day and he was slicing the veggies so smoothly the way you taught them. I mean, something as basic as slicing veggies. I mean, the excitement, you know. Yeah. And that's where we're going to. Yeah.
Yeah, take some good tools to slice veggies very thin. So
yeah, we try to provide those tools for them in class.
Yeah, where do you do this? Where's your school?
The Civic Hub. That's what we use right now.
Right
we're
at the
partnering
Civic
with them.
Okay.
Yes. And they've been very, very wonderful, I must say. I mean, they've been awesome. They've been very accommodating. Even when times were like a bit late to class, they are very, very accommodating. I want to use this opportunity to thank them and say, we'll be coming. Okay. We'll be disturbing you more.
I've just learned something about the Civic Hub. I knew the Civic Hub as the Lower Parish Hall at St. John the Evangelist Church.
Yeah.
And I knew about the community kitchen upstairs and the little kitchen on the bottom floor there. But I didn't realize that the Civic Hub encompassed the kitchen as well. That it's part of the activity center that the Civic Hub is.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. That's one of the, And I see them. I know it's not just Meals by Oma that uses the kitchen. I know other community program other organization uses that kitchen as well. So I think they're doing excellently well. Yeah. And it's totally free. So, I mean, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So how do you get people to come to your cooking school? How do you get people to know about Meals by Oma?
Yes. I'd mentioned earlier on that I actually enjoy word of mouth. I enjoy the referrals because I've been here for like 4 years. And I'll say I've been cooking for like that's 4 years. Yeah. I mean, as at Saturday, I still cooked for a 50th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, as in 40th on Friday, 50th on Saturday. So it's still ongoing, even though I want to reject those. Like, I want to reject it, but it's like, Oma, please, you have to do this for us, you know. So, I mean, word of mouth. I believe that if you do something good, people would refer you. Right. You don't need to sing your praises. People will sing it for you out there. Right. So that's what we'll rely on. And then I belong to different communities. We have the CKW women, the Nigerians in the region, Kitchener region. Yeah. You know, so what we'll do is that every Friday they allow us to advertise. So we just drop in a poster there that, hey, your kids can come into class. And you know, the good thing is because it's extremely free. I mean, it's 101% free. You're not paying anything. All I need is just bring your kids to me.
Right.
You know, even the mothers, when they come to class, they get to enjoy our food as well. Right. So it's not just so we make provision for our mothers, and then once in a while, we'll be like, moms, what do you want us to cook for you? Yeah. You know, we want to carry them along as well, so that they can be happy to bring their kids to class.
As you get more people involved. You know?
I mean, from time to time, sometimes we get up to 30 students. I mean, sometimes I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, what is this? You know, what is this? But the truth of the matter is that what gives me the total satisfaction is the fact that these children go back home to replicate what they've been taught, the fact that they're excited to come to class again. You know, their parents reach out to me. I'm like, Oma, what did you do? My child doesn't eat okra at home. My child doesn't eat okra at home. How did he eat your okra in class? Do you understand? Like, I'm like, I don't know. Everybody says you are not making it the way Auntie Oma makes it. You're not making it the way, you know. I mean that's exciting for me.
If the kids are making it themselves, you know, they've got some investment in the food that they've made, so they're very likely going to eat it. If you're teaching them how to cook okra, they're going to eat okra.
Definitely. I mean, that's the fun part. If you get them involved, I mean, we have kids as little as 6 years. I want to do something. Okay, you know what? Just slice the onions for us. I just have to put everybody gets to do something. As little as rinse the plate, as little as, okay, can you just go hold the door for him? I mean, everyone is busy in class. It's a very, very beautiful hands-on class. I mean, the women are now clamoring. They're like, hey, I've abandoned them. They need something. They're like, they need something.
It's as much as a service to the mums as it is to the kids.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But this time around, they're like, they want to learn something. I should get a class for them. And some part of me feels like, you know what, Mom? No, I think we should do the dad. I mean, the guys are there too. They need something. Yeah. They need something too. But it's fun for me. I love it. My mom was a teacher for 36 years in Nigeria.
Okay, so you come by it naturally.
You know, and when I was 17, I actually taught in a primary school off my street when I was 17, just about when I finished my high school. You know, I was home one day and my father came home and said, hey, I got you a job. I'm like, Dad, how can you get me a job without, you need to go do that job. And that was I started teaching. So I taught like 3 years before I went into university. So I mean, teaching for me just comes naturally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is growing. I mean, the word of mouth is just spreading and spreading. And are you going to run out of room? Will you have to reject students in the near future?
I am hoping that we don't get to that point where we reject students at all. Yeah, but we want to grow. We want to create bigger space for our children, but we don't want to reject anyone.
Right.
We want to have that space. If we become too big, what we'll do is that we'll now create batches. Like I mentioned earlier on, once we have the first set graduate, we'll bring in the next set and we'll take it from time to time. So what we'll do is, from the first graduated set, we'll bring back some of them that may not have done well, retrain them. I mean, the process is just, you must learn something. You must learn something.
Right. And hopefully that's, as well as the techniques of cooking, is the nutritional knowledge that comes with that.
Definitely. So sometimes in class, like the first time we had our okra, we didn't use palm oil. I wanted to make them understand that you don't really have to use palm oil to make your okra rich. You know, back home in Nigeria, you need the soup to be shining. You need it to have this red color to make. Oh, if it's reddish, that means it's sweet. I'm like, no, you don't need all that. Put the right amount of ingredients, put enough crayfish, put enough, maybe you want to have maybe fish, dry fish. We use dry fish a lot. We use, you can use mackerel. I mean, different things you can use. You don't need to use a lot of palm oil to make the food tasty, you know. So that was what we brought to class for the kids. And I'm so glad that a lot of them, you know, when children eat and Auntie, can we have more? Auntie, can we have more? And their parents are wondering, how are you asking for more? You don't even eat okra at home. I mean, that excites me when I see their parents and the expression on their faces like, why is this boy eating this okra? He doesn't eat okra at home. Or you see them slicing the okra happily, and their parents are like, he doesn't even help in the house. And I'm like, that's why we want them. So what I do is that when I see the boys in class, I concentrate more on the boys, actually. When I have more boys, I make them work more in class. You know, because we Nigerians, we have this idea of, oh, the boys are not meant for the kitchen, just the girls. That's our own concept from back home, that the girls are supposed to be in the kitchen. We're trying to correct all of that.
Misconception exists here too. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we are trying to correct all of that to make people know, hey, the boy can be in the kitchen, the girl child can be in the kitchen. It's not a space for any gender at all. We all should just be in the kitchen. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy the kitchen. I want to cook as much as the boy cooks. I want the girl to cook as much as the boy cooks. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah. Oh, I enjoy cooking myself as well. My son's a better cook than I am.
Definitely. That's how it should be. I mean, that's how it should be. I actually learned a lot from my dad, even though my dad tried to spoil me when I was younger. When I go to the kitchen to help him, like, hey, go read the papers. My mom would be like, hey, you want to kill my daughter? You know, it was until I got into the university that I actually learned how to cook, because I like good food. I don't really eat out. I like my own food.
Right.
You know, so I met a girl, Ogonna. I really, really, really appreciate her a whole lot. She taught me how to cook. And then, you know, from teaching me, I became interested. So I'll replicate everything she taught me. And here I am now. Who knew that's what I'll be doing here today now, you know?
Quite the change of career. How did you discover the Civic Hub?
Okay, so I used to actually work with an NGO, Wodi, and I managed this program for them, this crafts program for them. And when I reached out to her, like, hey, see my concept here, I would like to get a kitchen where I can do the same thing. And she was like, hey, talk to Civic Up. They are very accommodating, and then they will help you all the way. All the way. And that's how I got the email. I sent them a mail, and trust me, it's been the best decision so far. I've never been disappointed. For every time I run to them, they are always coming back to me to say, Oma will help you. I mean, that's something that you don't get out there easily, you know. But with them, it's been all the way. There are days we come to class really late because these children go to school. I have to be a little patient for them to come back from school. And they are very patient with me. Even though I stay over 7 o'clock that I've asked to stay, you know, they'll be like, Oma, can you round up? They're very kind, they're very patient. And I really appreciate you guys one more time, honestly speaking.
I know that I associate the Civic Hub with food because every time there's a meeting there, somebody brings in some spring rolls or some samosas or even lentil balls. I've got lentil balls there before.
There's always something food going on there.
So nice to have an organization in the Civic Hub that's doing the food preparation and teaching others how to do so as well.
Thank you very much. Really
have you come across other organizations that you've been able to mesh with, people that either want your services or services that they're providing that you can use for yourself?
I have actually worked with African Women Alliance. There was a time they reached out to me via Instagram that they were having a program and that they wanted me to cook for them, for their program. And honestly speaking, the way I cook for my clients, I ask you what you like, how you like your food to be made, and I make it exactly the way you want it.
Okay.
I'll give you a story. I used to have a client that would say, I want to make so, but I like this particular kind of salt. Trust me, I will buy that salt for you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's how I cook. I will go and look for that salt for you.
Okay.
I would not say, how will she know? I will buy that salt for you. So
I need some clarification here. Salt is salt. The white grainy stuff?
No.
No?
No.
No? What?
I think I don't know, they said there's this table salt, there's this iodized salt, there's this, when you start meeting different people, they tell you what they want. And it was, at that point, I was like, why is the client asking for a particular salt? But honestly, I had to get that. I don't want issues. I don't want you to tell me you ate my food because I didn't use that salt. You still have it running. I don't want all those talk. So I'll give you exactly what you want. So for those Women Alliance, they said they wanted me to make a kind of, I think I made plantain porridge for them.
Okay.
I made soup for them. And they said they didn't want me to use crayfish.
No crayfish.
No crayfish. And the kind of soup I actually made for them, I made afang soup. Trust me, afang likes crayfish a lot. That particular soup, it likes crayfish a lot. But because the client says they don't want it, you know what I did? I used dry fish. So I blended it in place of crayfish. So the dry fish, I blended it. I used that instead.
Okay.
So I am that person that, tell me what you want and I'll make it for you.
So you still get the seafood flavor even though you didn't have the crayfish.
Everything still comes out perfect, So that's how I am. So I've worked with that person, the Women Alliance. I've worked with some other lady that sells there's this lady that sells pots. I've forgotten the name of the pot, but she's reached out a couple of times.
Okay.
I cooked for her as well. She told me, don't do it this way, do it. I'm like, hey, ask me, whatever you want, I will do it for you. So I've worked with, and I'm looking forward to working with more people, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if people want to work with you, how do they get a hold of you?
Oh, my Instagram page, Meals by Oma Community Initiative. My phone number, 519-781-5113. And my catering page, Meals by Oma, as simple as that.
Okay. We'll
put
that on the show notes so that people can reference that later.
I like that. I like that.
Got anything planned in the near future? Are you doing anything big, exciting that the community might be interested in?
Okay, I'd say our big program will be our first graduation party. We're looking at having that in August, and we'll be using the Civic as usual. So we'll be looking at our first graduation party in August. That's the big thing we're doing there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you picked a date for that yet?
Oh, not yet. I'm still
okay.
trying to talk to the directors and then see where we go from there.
Okay. Maybe by the time that the show notes are actually published, you'll have a date, and you can stick that in the show notes too.
I'd like that.
If not, can always get a hold of you by contacting you directly and finding out where the big celebration is.
I like that, honestly.
Yeah.
And I'd like to come around from time to time if you want to have me on your show. Anytime you want me.
Yeah. Well, you know something? We can always use a cooking show on the radio.
That would be nice.
So,
that would be nice. I never thought about that, though. That would be nice, really.
Yeah. So what do you have in store for the school coming up? Do you just carry on the way you are, or do you have plans for expansion, for improvement, for doing other things?
Okay, honestly speaking, since we started NGO, I've been actually running it all by myself. I haven't gotten grants or extra support aside when I had my lunch, where a lot of people actually supported the lunch and what have you. But since we started the classes, I haven't gotten any support so far. But it's okay, I know that to get something great, you need to actually start. So the bigger dream here is to actually own a cooking school eventually.
Okay.
Where we'll have it functional, where we'll have other teachers in class, where we'll have our admin, where we'll have our HRs, we want to have a structure eventually, because like I said, it's not just swimming.
Yeah.
We need cooking to be a life-saving skill as well. I need my child to be able to cook something for me. I need to be able to step out of the house and no child is calling me to say, Mommy, I've not eaten. Hey man, go make something to eat.
Yeah.
So we're looking at having our own school eventually. We're looking at bringing in the government to support us. We're looking at individuals to support us, because I actually believe so much in this project. I actually believe so much in it. Yeah. Yes, and I want to get to that point where I work with producers, food companies, where they come to me and say, okay, I have this product, can you bring it to class so that your students can know about it? I don't just want to teach them how to make Nigerian food. I want them to learn how to make Canadian food so that we can have Canadian products as well in class. I don't just want to limit it to... Yes.
One of the really nice things about Waterloo Region is that you've got this urban core, Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, surrounded by all the townships, which are mostly rural areas, agriculture areas,
Yeah.
You'll be able to get in touch with the farmers directly.
Okay.
And it's not a long distance to travel, all your food could be local.
Definitely, that's what we're going to. And there's this lady that actually volunteered, Afro Minia. She's Nigerian though. She has asked me if I need her help. Just call on me. We'll give you vegetables. We'll give you anything you need. We'll just give you to carry on with the class. That's exciting to see that people actually believe in our project. Who wouldn't want their kids to learn how to cook? Who wouldn't want that? That's a very fantastic project we're looking at here.
Yeah, sounds like a great thing. One more time, Oma, can you tell me how people get a hold of you?
Okay, our Instagram page is Meals by Oma Community Initiatives, or Meals by Oma on Instagram. I can also be reached via my phone number 519-781-5113, or mealsbyoma1@gmail.com, and I respond.
That's absolutely great. Okay, Oma.
Yeah.
It's been great having you on the show here.
All right.
And welcome to the Civic Hub.
Thank you very much. I actually enjoyed being here. Thank you.
Yep. You've been listening to Welcome to the Civic Hub, where we welcome community members to the Civic Hub. The Civic Hub is online at civichubwr.org. You can reach the Civic Hub by email at civichub@waterlooregion.org. Welcome to the Civic Hub is produced at the studio of CKMS-FM 102.7 Radio Waterloo. The show is sponsored by the Social Development Center of Waterloo Region, and the executive producer is Alexander Petrovich. Ritika Sharmali is the producer and host, and I'm Bob Jonkman. Civic Hub is supported by the Region of Waterloo Upstream Fund, and the theme music is A Good Base by Kumiku from the Free Music Archive, used under Creative Commons CC0 license.